Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. This training call is about Telegram groups. A lot of people don't know which groups we've got. I made a list and we're going to go through them. Firstly, we've got 5 dream groups. It's called Dream Submarine, Dream Tracks, Dream Cruise, Dream Caravan, and Dream Eagle. That is where we post boarding calls. When we still did boarding calls, any other communication that comes through for that specific group. So there's 5 different groups. Submarine obviously is more busy than the others, but we do post in the other 4 groups as well. Then we've got the Dream Submarine Legend group, where when your board is nearly finished, when all the gifts are in and there's one gifter not confirmed, where you post your board and where I will guide you then to the next board. Also in the Legend group, I will post anybody going to silver or to gold, and so that people can see what's going on. We've got a bit of a challenge with the Legend group on the submarine. There's only 600 people in there, and we've got 900 on the main group. Although you may not be a Legend yet, it is good to get into that group. It's normal procedure. Ask Jaco to add you there, or one of the admins. It's good to be in the group so that you can see how we post and how I guide people through to the next boards. Then for Tracks, Cruise, Caravan, and Eagle, we've got 1 Legend group. Obviously, there's a lot less people on there. If you look at the numbers, Submarine is currently 11,581 profiles, and the other 4 together is 2,388. Again, just a short little note. I may or may not know the future. The other vehicles are going to hit massive speeds very soon for various reasons, which I'm not going to share with you now. That is Legend groups. The next group is a training group. We've got a dedicated training group where you can ask anybody for advice, or I post training stuff in there. I'm just going to quickly go to that group to see how many people we've got there. There's only 278 people on that group. So obviously you think you know everything. So why do I get so many funny questions then? That is a training group, same procedure. If you want to be in the training group, get Jaco, one of the admins, to add you there. We don't work with links in the main groups. The next group that we've got is the stats group. It's called Dream Stats and Rewards, where there's only 120 members in. I sometimes post the amount of profiles on which level. And then recently I started posting the groups, the amount of chats that we've got open for the boards, that little groups. The last post there was the 16th of November. Once we finish with getting all the groups open and named with the boarding call and the Legend name, I'll have more time to speak to you about stats and rewards. At one stage, we allocated captain's awards for people. That was also posted in there. Then there's, I think, called a strategy group. Which is not being used at this stage. I'll have to go check what's going on there. Then we've got the motivational group. I spoke to somebody this morning. We are currently over 300 groups for the different boards. Plus, I've got groups for all my profiles and all the boards that I'm on outside of the Dream projects. I've got groups for profiles where I assist with NPOs and charities, and where they sponsor profiles. So I'm in a huge amount of groups. If one person in each of those groups say good morning every day, then I've got 700 more messages to go through. That push the important messages down. So that's why we got the motivational group. If you want to say good morning, say morning in the main group or in the motivational group. And if you get these urges to post your unicorns and butterflies and flowers, post it in the motivational group. There's good posts coming through. There's a lot of people who continuously on a daily basis post good motivational stuff. You can also post a good joke or two there if you want. There's not many people in the motivational group. If you compare that to the others, let me go check quickly. We have only 173 members there. So if you want to be added there, even if you just read all the posts that the people put in there, feel free to do that. The next group we got is the sub core crew. I've put a few people in there. That's people that assist with admin and people who work more than average quantities on their own boards, so that we can communicate there. If we hit a board hard, if there's 6 or 7 or 8 positions open, if we hit a board with the submarine sponsor profiles, we finish that board very quickly. That's why that group is there, Dream Submarine Core Crew. If you feel that you need to be in that group, send me a private message and I will let you know if I can add you there or not. Then we've got a group open of 107 members for the committed monthly positions. The monthly positions became very easy now because about 95% of the people want to work on their own boards. There's only about 5 who don't take profiles for themselves, but they want this monthly position sponsored. So we add them on boards randomly. But most of the people, about 97 of them, work on their own boards. After the split, they keep on working on their own boards. But we do communicate for the monthly positions in that group as well. Then we've got the Dream Sponsorship Agreement. If you got somebody that need to be sponsored, if they don't have $100 available, you need to fill out an agreement for them so that they understand what they need to do in future. Remember, the agreement says if you're sponsored in, or even if it's only with $87.50 on a normal agreement, then there's certain things that you must do from your side. You need to go to silver. When I tell you to go to silver, you need to go to the next bronze board and you need to take your committed position on one of the other vehicles or on the submarine. So we've got the submarine crew contracts as well. And that is the groups that I want to mention today. The next thing about the groups, finding people. There is a group that Renee started where you can do a search and find people. I frequently get that people say they can't add somebody to a group or they can't find them. If we open a group and I allocate the boarding call number, the next thing I'm going to ask you is to add the board members in the chat group. The first thing you do, you go to the screenshot and enter that person's details as a contact on your phone, not as a Telegram contact, as a contact on your phone. Then you wait a few seconds. It sometimes takes up to 3 minutes. And then either WhatsApp or Telegram will pop up first and then the other one shortly after that. That's how you find people. You can't add a person to a group if they're not your contact. The groups are private. So if somebody requests a group and I can't add you because of your privacy settings, I'm not going to carry on with that group. Easy as that. I make you a contact on my phone, and if I can't add you to the group, I'm not going to even send you a private message. But if I ask one of the board members to add the rest, make sure that you add that person as a contact first on your phone, and after that, it will be easier. If you still can't add them to a group, then you've got them as a contact. They will pop up on Telegram if you type in their name and then send them the link. We use links for the small groups, for the board groups. That is allowed. All right, that's all I've got to say on the groups. We're on 11 minutes. This is a long one. Any questions from anybody?
Can I talk, Stefan?
Yes, Valerie.
Did you say Valerie?
Carry on. Yeah, carry on.
Okay.
Valerie, you can talk.
I have two questions. The first thing is I'm managing 6 profiles that they don't know about. And that's why your numbers are out, because there's no point in putting them on motivation and legends, and because it'll be 2-3 years before they know about this, right?
Now, that
Okay.
makes sense.
So,
The challenge that I've got with the numbers, Valerie, is the main submarine group got 900 members. The legend group got only 600. Where's the other 300 people? That means those people are in the main group, but they're not yet on the legend group. I'm not going to play policeman and tell you that I'm going to check who's in the motivational group. If you feel you want to be there, obviously that will be a lot of people don't want to see motivational messages. They may be busy during the day. Doesn't mean you can't be there. But I'm not going to harass anybody to get to the motivational group. But the legend group need to have everybody in that's in the main submarine group. People ask me why 2 groups. Very easy. The legend group is to guide people through to the next boards. And the main group is for other announcements and things that we need to communicate with. A lot of people say their happy birthday for the people who's on the birthday list. We've got a little group for that a few people keep up to date for birthdays. So I'm not really going to worry about who's in the birthday group and who's in the motivational group, but the legend group definitely need that other 300 people in.
okay.
You had a second question?
My second question now is I'm looking after one of the profiles, the new, I'm a builder on that one. A new gifter is a sponsored. Now she's been there for 10 days, but she's waiting for that gift to be finalized.
Make a comment, tag me in the group, and then make a comment that we must follow up on that gift. Whoever sponsored it in, and we'll go back on the chats and check who is Elise or Christina will follow up on that for us. Just tag myself and Elise and Christina in that little chat group.
Sure, thank you.
Okay, concerning messages now, I'm currently sitting with 826 messages, individual messages, and then all the messages. Some people send 7 or 8, gives me 1,942 that I must still work through. I work from the bottom. What I do every time I go onto Telegram, I work from the bottom. First answer the private messages. Then I go to the groups where I'm tagged, because then the people need attention from me for something. And after that, I go to the groups that got a lot of communication in. So I'll work through that and see if there's anything that I need to see. And then I go to the groups without boarding calls, and then I add boarding calls, which is a very time-consuming thing. To add a boarding call, I must go find the person or the profile of the legend on the file. It's not always submarine, it's maybe one of the others. So I've got 5 files open at all times to go find those people, add the boarding call number. So that's the basics of communication. If you need attention from me in a little group, tag me. If you need something from Elise or something from Christina, tag them. They are in all the groups. Okay, Michaela, you got your hand up?
Yes, I would like to ask or make a suggestion. You mentioned the group by Renee of the names and inviters, right? Could that data on that one please be updated, maybe worked on? Because I find a lot of people, when they're searching for names, especially when the profiles get marked for deletion and so on, this is a very good group to go to search for people, that might even be under managed profiles. And it really, really helps to be able to find the names, etc. But it hasn't been, the details in there haven't been updated for quite a while. Could that possibly be done?
What is the group's name again?
It's the names and inviters one from Renee.
names.
And inviters,
Names
yeah.
invited. Yeah, there's
Names and
317 members in there. Yeah, we can do that. I'll ask Christina or Elise to make a post that we update. The thing is, this thing goes back very far. If you
Yes, it
go
does.
history, you can go very far, but the search function is there. What I did with the profiles that I assist with at one stage, I just made one post and said D16 is new profiles. My contact number is on there. I'm assisting up to silver. And if you type that name, it's easy to find them there. But yes,
Mhm.
definitely it needs to be updated.
Thank you so much.
I'll remind Christina or Elise to make a post regarding that. Yeah, it's a very handy group there. I've seen people find missing people there quite often. I go to the file, but we can't give access to the file to everybody because of the POPI Act. Any other questions? Good. Thank you for being on. Recording will be posted as soon as it's uploaded. Next one is going to be about version 2, but I'm not going to do that today. We'll possibly do that only on Monday. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can see all the new videos. Click like on each video. Make a comment. I've changed the settings to not suitable for children. That means you can now make comments on all the videos after that. I've been doing this for about 10 days. All right, have a good morning, everybody. I'll see you on the general call. The next call will be tomorrow afternoon, I think at 1 o'clock. A general call updating everybody and questions and answers. Have a good Friday.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.